What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining today. We are going to make a catch, clean, cook video, and when I first started planning this video I had the thought that we were going to go out in the Gulf and catch some red snapper and show you how to do that, but unfortunately we had a tropical storm Alberto in the Gulf of Mexico this week, and just made the conditions really bad. Here in Pensacola we had 20-30 mile per hour winds, and the Gulf, the seas, the wave heights were approaching 10 feet tall, which is definitely not a good condition for a boat, and especially not one like mine. So we've been kind of stuck here. We've been here at a beach house for the week. My family's here for our annual summer vacation, and we've been kind of shore bound, but it looks like it's finally a beautiful day. As you can see, the bay is nice and calm, so we're going to go out there, maybe catch some red snapper in the bay, or maybe catch something else. Alright guys, welcome to the center of Pensacola Bay. We are kind of out off the beach of Fort Pickens a little bit, not all the way down at the end where the fort's at, but like by the ranger station. You can kind of see it back in the background, but there's just some spots out here where it's basically an old wreck that's broken up across the bottom, and it's the structure that attracts the fish. Got some guests here with me today. The first one is Denali. This is my nephew. Denali, how old are you?
I'm 10.
10 years old. And you're gonna catch a big snapper today?
Yep.
Okay, good deal. What are you hooking up there?
A sardine.
A sardine. So we're using some sardines and squid for bait. You can see them there on the cutting board. And the way that we rig up our lines, you can see this one here is a spinning rod combo, and we've got what's called a chicken rig, and it's 2 hooks with a weight at the bottom. Alright guys, so we just got to this spot. We dropped down our bait and we caught our first red snapper here in the bay. Hold it up, Denali, what you got?
Snapper.
Nice snapper, dude. Alright, he's a little too small. We're gonna have to throw him back, alright? But there's bigger ones down there. We're gonna catch his brother. Alright, well, we got a fish on. Let's get him up, Denali. Let's see what you got.
It's the same one.
I don't think it's the same one.
I think it's his brother.
Close the same.
It's a nice fish, dude.
It's a little bigger. Your second snapper of the day.
Okay, good job, dude.
He's like 1 times bigger.
All right, this is our red snapper. He's got to be 16 inches, and this one's about 10. So we're gonna have to throw him back, but keep trying. We're gonna get a bigger one.
For sure.
Well, we've been giving it our best shot. Haven't had too much luck. A couple little tiny red snappers and some bait. So it's just how it goes in the bay sometimes. But we're here watching a beautiful sunset, looking over NAS Pensacola. We're on our final spot, and we are getting some bites. We'll see if anything happens. We're gonna give it about 15 more minutes until the sun sets, and then we'll probably start heading back. We're on our way back in. We didn't have any luck catching fish today, but even though we're going back empty-handed, I do have some fish in my freezer that I'm going to cook up. We'll just pretend that we caught it today, even though we didn't. But one cool thing, we're here cruising. We just got under the bridge that goes over to Pensacola Beach, and looking over on the skyline, there's the moon coming up, and it's pretty neat. I'm going to try to capture it on video if I can. Welcome back. We're here in the kitchen. This was supposed to be a catch, clean, and cook, but unfortunately there was nothing to clean since we didn't catch any fish. But we still have some fish that we are going to prepare. This was some red snapper, in fact, that I caught 2 weeks ago. Unfortunately, I just didn't record it. And you can see that it is clean. Sorry, I don't get to explain how the process goes. Tonight we're just going to do a simple fried fish. We're going to make a tempura batter. My brother Ross here, he didn't get a chance to introduce himself, but he actually is a chef. Ross, how long have you been cooking?
Over 17 years.
So you've got an actual chef teaching us how to make some fried fish and tartar sauce, and it's not just any tartar sauce. Tell me again what's all in it.
Yeah, it's just pureed pineapple. And then we got just some mayo, a little bit of sour cream, and minced jalapeno. So just mix all that up together. It's gonna be pretty tasty. It's kind of a take on a tartar sauce. Not really a tartar since we don't have the pickles, but might throw some capers in there for good measure.
Sounds like a good plan. All right, so before we fry the fish, I was gonna make a ceviche, which is pretty simple, and it's basically a bunch of citrus, some onions, and some avocado. So for the ceviche, we want to get our fish put in there so it can kind of rest for a few minutes. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for some really nice small pieces that are trimmed up, and you can kind of cut it on an angle. So you just get some nice flat pieces. So go ahead, we'll get that down there in the citrus juice, let it start cooking, marinating a little bit. So just to finish off the ceviche, gonna add just a touch of garlic, and then just a little salt and pepper as well, just to mix it up, give it a little spice. So as a side, we're gonna do some Brussels sprouts. I've already got these quartered up. And to start, I've got some bacon, so we're gonna go ahead and get that going in the pan.
Now that we've let these cook just a little bit, we don't want to go too far on them. We're gonna throw in some garlic. Stir that around a little bit. Now you don't want to overcook your garlic, so I put it in right before I deglaze with a little Chardonnay. And this is also going to get all those good bits from the bacon and stuff off the bottom of the pan back into the flavor of your Brussels sprouts.
All right, so for our batter for the breading for the fish, I usually just get some store bought stuff. This time I bought some of this McCormick tempura. Actually does some great fish. So for tempura, we're just gonna dump that mix in there. And then a trick I like to do is use a sparkling water. In this case, this is LaCroix and it's limoncello flavored, so I think that lemon will go well with the fish. We're gonna add that in there. The sparkling water just kind of gives it that bubbly effervescence when it fries up. It makes it better, and we're gonna mix it up, and we're looking for kind of like pancake batter texture. So I've got some oil rolling already. I like to use peanut oil when I fry fish. I'm gonna drop one in to see if we got it hot enough. Yep, it's good to go. Should go real quick. Got it boiling. All right, so this is that fried snapper with the tempura batter. This one's still hot, but you can see it is nice and crunchy. It's still steaming. All right, well, we're getting ready to eat. We've got the fish all fried up. Homemade tartar sauce, some Brussels sprouts, some ceviche. Didn't really show making the couscous. This was actually just some leftovers that we warmed up in the microwave, so nothing special there. But we're excited. Like you saw, we were out on the boat most of the day, out in the sun. Worked up an appetite, and we're excited to go ahead and eat. And sorry you have to leave. You can't sit and join us at the table, but as you can see, pretty easy to go out. Try to catch snapper. You don't always make it work, but there's always Joe Patty's or the grocery store, or if you're like me, you've already got fish in the freezer anyway, so you can thaw it out and still come up with a good dinner. Have a good evening with your family, and that's it. So thanks for joining us, and I hope to see you again soon.